Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Dani. Dani is the diminutive of Daniel. The name Daniel comes from the Hebrew word daniy'el, which translates to God is my judge. The name is born of the Hebrew Bible and Old Testament. He is a prophet whose story is told in the book of Daniel. Daniel was a Jewish slave in the city of Babylon to the Assyrian king Nebuchadnezzar about 600 years before Christ. Daniel gains favor with the king through his ability to interpret dreams. He is later thrown into a lion's den by his enemies, only to be saved by an angel of God who held the lion's mouth shut to prevent Daniel's death. This particular biblical story became popular in the Middle Ages and was often depicted in miracle plays, which gave the name further prominence. The name has been popular among English speakers for 500 years. Dani is the mainly English nickname for Daniel, which has been an independently given name in its own right, particularly in the United States. Personality of the boy named Dani. The number 4 personality is marked by stability and discipline. This is the personality that follows the rules and is conservative by nature. They have an earthbound energy that prefers to build things methodically on top of firm foundations. They don't cut corners. 4s take their time and don't like to be hurried. But the outcome of their endeavors is likely to result in some strong and useful structure, which makes them great engineers and inventors. 4s are anything but frivolous or controversial. This is a trustworthy, straightforward personality that embodies dedication and organization. They are the backbone and anchor in their relationships, careers, and communities. They are tidy, punctual, and full of integrity. Hard work comes naturally to a 4, and they are immensely reliable. This is the personality you can always count on. Popularity of the boy named Dani. As an independently given name, Dani dates back to 1901 on the male naming charts in America. The name was given only infrequently back then, but by the 1920s, it was clearly showing some upwards momentum. The high point of Dani's career was no doubt during the 1940s, 50s and 60s, making Dani a distinctly mid-century choice. It reminds us of Dani Zuko from the 1950s-inspired musical Grease. Dani was consistently a top 50 choice for little boys in the 1950s in particular. The name finally fell off the top 100 list of most favored boy names in 1976 and has pretty much been showing a decline year over year since then. Dani is now a relatively moderate name. His big brother Daniel, however, is a huge favorite in the United States, the 8th most popular boy's name in 2010. It's more typical of Americans to use short forms as full given names, so you generally won't find Dani on the ranks in other countries. We prefer the full traditional name over pet forms. It just allows your child more flexibility when he's an adult and doesn't want to sound so cute and youthful with just Dani. It's like Tommy, Johnny, Jimmy, or Timmy. Although we will say this, Dani does sound a little more grown-up compared to these other examples. It also harkens us to the famous Celtic folk song Danny Boy, which gives this name a lot more Irish flavor than simply Daniel. Quick facts on Dani. Gender, boy. Origin, American. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, 391. Pronunciation, Dani-e. Simple meaning, God is my judge. Characteristics of Dani. Studious, practical, solid, dependable, conservative, industrious, hardworking. Cultural references to the baby name, Dani. Popular songs on Dani. The Ballad of Danny Bailey, The Man Who Wrote Danny Boy, Dani Says, Danny Boy, a song by Tiffany, a song by Elton John, a song by Joe Jackson, Dani, a song performed by a large number of artists, including Celtic Woman, Conway Twitty, Elvis Presley, Harry Connick, Jr., House of Pain, Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson, a song by the Ramones. Famous people named Dani. Danny Kaye, actor, Dan Aykroyd, actor/musician, Danny Aiello, actor, Dan Quayle, former vice president, Dani, Portuguese soccer player, Dani. Hip-hop performer, Dani Bonaduce, child actor, Danny Glover, actor, Danny DeVito, actor; Danny Gokey, American Idol Season 8 finalist; Danny Elfman, musician;